Hey, hi friends. Today I want to talk about credit cards. Recently I got to know about a friend who had some hard time getting a loan because of a few mistakes he did. So he was in US and he was moving back to his home country. And before moving, he thought, okay, anyway, my US projects are done, so I might not come back. Let me close all my links to US. So he closed all his bank accounts or his all utility accounts, and then these he also closed his credit cards. He did not ask anybody or check what are the consequences. He thought, I'm good, I wouldn't be coming back to the US in the near future. Maybe some other country I might be going, and he just closed it. And he did, and for next 2 3 years he was out of US, and then he came back again. He got one more opportunity, and he was coming back to US. When he came back and he wanted to buy a car, he went to the dealership, and he liked a car, brand new car. He gave his salary slips, his everything the bank dealer, the car dealership needs. Looking at the salary and the bank, the company where he was working, they said, yeah, you will get the loan, take the car, and this is the interest rate. He brought it, and then after 2 days they call him and say, hey, your loan is rejected. You can either pay us through check, cash, or make a ACH transfer, uh, or make a loan at some other bank and then pay us the fee, or your other option is return the car to us. These are the options. You have 1 week. But then he is like, why did this happen, right? Then it boils down to the because he is like brand new, no credit history, right? Then obviously the loan, they wouldn't give somebody a loan of 20 grand with zero credit history. So in instances of these, like when you are moving back to a different country, your home country, the options are you should downgrade it to a no fee card. For example, if you are having Chase Sapphire or Chase Preferred, you can downgrade it to basic Sapphire. There won't be any fee, and then you can freeze your credit card. That way nobody can use it. Or if you want to make a purchase once in a while, you keep the card open and make a purchase minimum every 6 months, $1 for a ebook or something, right? It's bet If you have purchases in mind, you do that. If you don't have any purchase and you are worried that somebody might misuse your card, the credit, all that, right, then just freeze it. That way there won't be any transaction on that, and that way you'll keep your old credit history whenever you come back to the US in the near future. And it's always good. This is the first story I wanted to talk about. The second one is, it's always good to keep very minimal credit cards. One or two is best, right? Because the more you have, then it causes dilemma, which card should I purchase for what and all that, right? And especially if you are sorry about that. uh, I generally don't buy credit cards from all shop retailers. Reason being, like the problem I mentioned, right? If you are not using it for a prolonged period of time, they might close it. So that's the reason I don't get card from every retailers. I tend to use travel cards. That way any point secured can be used for future travel. So I have Amex, a Chase, and those are the card I tend to use. And I initially had discovered that I use for some purposes. So these three cards. And a friend of mine, he during giving shopping, he went to Target and he got a credit card because they'll give like 20%, very huge benefit when you make a purchase. Like during Thanksgiving, there will be like 70 80% discount on the clothing, and then you'll get another 10% on credit card. So obviously you're like 90% discount, you are just paying 10% for the product. You'll be like, okay, let me just apply for the credit card. It's more than 10% actually during Thanksgiving shopping. So he brought it, and he was paying on time, everything was good. But he went to India on a vacation, and he had some like he has a very busy schedule, and he missed paying the card payment. And as soon as he missed, what he did was he came back. After coming, he realized there was a notice like late penalty and all that. Then he called the credit card company and said, the payment was very less, like 20-30 bucks, but the penalty itself was high. Then he asked, hey, can you remove the penalty? And the guy said, no, we can't remove the penalty, you have to pay it. Then in the heat of the moment, right, like he's like, if you're not removing the penalty, I will close the card. He thought, okay, if I say like this, they might oblige. They said, yeah, you can close the card, we don't mind, but we can't remove the penalty. Then he just went ahead and closed it. They asked, are you sure? Yeah, he said, yes, please go ahead. And then as soon as he did it, his credit like points drastically fall, right? Like whenever you open a new card or close a card, he that just falls. And after that happened, he calls back the credit card company, and he asks, hey, my points, yeah, we asked you for permission, can we close? You said yes, so we closed. So hey, can I open the card again? Yeah, they said go ahead, but if you open again, your points might decrease, because that's one more credit pull event, right? So it might fall. Then he was kind of refinancing the loan, trying to get a discounted interest or something. And the bank said, hey, you can't get that because of this lower credit number. Then he calls me and says, hey, this is what happened, and is there some option? I said, first of all, you should have enabled auto pay. That's the first mistake. The second mistake was closing it. You should have paid the penalty and asked them if they could have removed that or something, but you shouldn't have closed it. So those I don't know of any options. That's what I told him. And he was super sad about it. I also felt sad, but uh, uh, we couldn't do that, right? Like once you close, it's closed. And then while I was talking to my friend about the car, my other friend, he mentioned he had a similar scenario where he had an Amazon card and he never used it for like 6-7 months, and then for a long time, and somebody in his family used it, and he did not know about that, right? Like they used it and they did not tell him, and he did not realize it. And for like 6-7 months he did not pay. Then Amazon sent him a notice, hey, this there is outstanding bill, we might have to send it for collection or something like that, they will send, right? Then he called them and told, I forgot this, I am happy to pay the fees and the outstanding bill. This is the first time, it might impact my credit, can you not report it? Then it was already reported, by the way, that late payment. And because he asked them, they said sure. Even they reduced the penalty, that's what my friend mentioned. And they were able to remove the that late payment on the his credit report. I wasn't aware that that can be something which can be doable. I thought once you are late to pay, it's gone, like there is no falling back mechanism. You are late, right? Then they just report. But after talking to him, I realized, okay, there are options. So always make sure you set auto pays and have less number of credit cards, and keep a track on the spending. Like there are alerts you can set whenever there is a purchase. You can it will alert you. You can do that on your credit card online account. You can go and set that alerts. That way every purchase, whenever there is a purchase, you'll know, okay, who is, even if your family member have made the purchase and they did not notify you, you'll still get that notification. So it's always good to have those alerts, pay on time, and set up auto payments. And if you are moving out of country, then downgrade the card and freeze the credit cards. And yeah, don't apply a lot of credit card just because they are giving 10% discount. Unless if it's makes sense, you are making the purchase every day, then you might reconsider. And having a credit card, the best thing you can do is always paying on time, and having set auto pay, and utilize it very with lot of care whenever you are using credit card. If you don't pay attention to the spending, and you keep spending, and credit card debt is not good, like the interest rates are exorbitant. And so you should be very careful when you are using, and not apply a lot of credit cards with. And don't close it if there is a, like you miss to make the payment, or something like that happens. Don't close them, just downgrade, freeze. That's the option. Even if you're going out of country, don't close it, just freeze it, downgrade it. And hope this video is helpful. And I can't stress enough because I know many people, they wouldn't be aware of this, and they'll just, I'm moving out, I want to close. So don't close, downgrade, freeze, and always pay on time. Don't apply for all different retailers credit cards, although it's very enticing. Have minimal credit cards, pay on time, and wish you all the best in your financial success. Hope it this video helps, and if it does, give a like, share it to your friends, and subscribe. That means a lot to me. Thank you.